Okay, good day everyone. So this is a web design class, introduction to CSS. And CSS actually stands for Cascading Style Sheet. Okay, CSS saves a lot of work. It can control the layout of multiple web pages all at once. So if you've done your HTML work, if you've done your work on HTML, you can style it with CSS by adding color, by changing the font size, by doing a lot of things. So what is CSS? It's CSS means Cascading Style Sheet. It is used to format the layout of a web page. So with CSS, you can control the color, the font, the size of the text, the spacing between the elements, how elements are positioned and laid out, what background images or background color are to be used, different displays for different devices, and screen sizes, and a lot of things. So there are a lot of things you can learn from CSS. So the HTML is just like a skeleton. You know, a human being, we have both the inside body, the skeleton, and the flesh, right? So CSS actually adds flesh to our web page. So our web page is not complete. It will not look fine or beautiful. But when you add CSS, it makes it look professional, makes it look beautiful. So the app we're going to be using is Treb Edit. That's for Android users. Then for iPhone users, use Coda app, Coda code editor. Then for PC users, you can use the Visual Code editor. Okay, so you can download all those apps, then get and start to code. So on this app, I'm going to be using the Treb Edit. So the Treb Edit, I'll be using my brush. Okay, so this is the so we'll be using the Treb Edit. Okay, so let me show you. This is Treb Edit. Okay, so if you don't have it on your phone, you can go download it on your Play Store. All right, let's open it. Okay, so I'm opening my Treb Edit. So you have something like this. You have menu. Are you seeing this menu here? If you can see the menu like this. All right. Okay, so you click on the menu. So you have workspace, text editor, get source code, and the rest. So go to workspace. So create a file. Click on the plus icon. If you can see, this is the plus icon. So click on it. So they're asking to create what? New project, new file, import folder, import file. So let's create a new project. That is like a folder. So let's call it let's say hotel. Okay, we're trying to create a web page for hotel or something like that. So let's create a web page for hotel. Let's create the folder as hotel. All right, so this is a folder now. Hotel is a folder. So click on the folder hotel, then click on the plus icon again, then create a file. So let's create hotel. Okay, no, let's create um let's say hotels. Yeah, hotels dot html. Why I'm using hotels is because I have hotel already as a file. So I'm using hotels. So .html. So HTML is the type of document we are creating, which is HTML. So save. Alright, so since we've saved the HTML document, we'll open it. Alright. So when you open it, this is what will display. So I think you've gone through the other HTML videos, right? So this is just like a brush up So to get your, let's open it again. Click on it. So click on this thing, HTML snippet. All right. So it will give you the code for the HTML, the skeleton, right? Starting with the doc type, HTML language, and the rest, right? So let's create our first heading, H1, right? So H1, so close it. You know how to close it. Okay, let me start again. Click on that, H1, right? H1, then the greater than sign. Click on it to close. So in between it, you type your heading. So let's assume your heading should be um, hotel. Let's say Eco Hotel, right? Eco Hotels and Suites, right? Okay, so let's save it. Let us see. You know where to save, right? Okay, so you click here to save. This play button, right? To save. To play rather. You click there to play. Then to save, you click this to save. So let's click this to save. We've saved. And click here to play. So let's see. So as you can see, we now have Eco Hotels and Suites, right? So this is an HTML file. So let us create a CSS file. How do we create a CSS file? It's also this, the way we created our HTML file is the same way we create our CSS file. So go to the same folder. You know, this is the folder, hotel is the folder, right? Click on it. Click on the plus icon. Then create new file. Click on new file. Then let's say hotels.css. As you can see, look at this sign here. It's now showing CSS, no more showing HTML, right? So that is a signal that this is now a CSS file. So you click on save. So we now have hotels.html and hotels.css. It must be the same name, all right? So we now have them in a particular folder. Do not forget. All right, so we're trying to link, what we're trying to do right now is we're trying to link the CSS file to the HTML file so that anything you do in the HTML file or whatever you do in the CSS can reflect in, whatever you do in the HTML can reflect in CSS and vice versa. So they are linked together. Do you understand? So if you type something in HTML, you can easily go to your CSS to add more beauty to it, add more elements, add more attributes. Do you understand? So the essence of CSS is to actually beautify your work, to add more color, more beauty, to add structure to it. So now we've created something in our HTML. Let's click on it again. We've created H1, which is Eco Hotel and Suite. All right, let's create a paragraph, which is P. Click on P, then close it. Let's say um, we okay. Let's just say we our rooms are available 247. Our hotel rooms are available throughout the day. Let's put throughout. Okay, so let us save, then play. Okay, so like we just played it, right? Okay, let's go back. Let me play it again. So click on that play icon. So we have Eco Hotels and Suites. Our hotel rooms are available throughout the day, right? So now it's just showing black and white. It does not really look beautiful, right? So CSS wants to help us to beautify the work, add elements, add attributes, add color, maybe increase the size, the font size, whatever it is. That is the work of CSS. So since we've created our CSS folder, our CSS file, we can go to our CSS, to actually add more beauty to it. But um, before that, there's something I'd like to address. When you are using CSS, CSS can be added to HTML document in three ways. So we have the inline system or inline style, we have the internal style, and we have the external style. All right. So these are ways you can actually link your CSS to your HTML document. So now the inline, what does it mean? Inline is saying that you are using the style attribute inside the HTML document. So for example, now this H1 hotel, eco hotel and suite. In this place here, we are trying to add changes in this place here. Right? So we'll add changes in this place and we will not go to our CSS file. We created a file CSS dot. We created a file hotel.css. We will not go there at all. We'll just stay here. Since we are changing, maybe we want to make our H1 to change to color blue. We'll just do it in this place here. That's for inline. Inline is saying that the particular element you want to change, right? You put your style there. Style is what you use to give maybe all those attributes. So that's for inline. Then what is internal? Internal means using a style element in the head section. So let's check our head section. Look, this is our head section here, this place, right? This is our head section. So if you want to, internal is saying that you are putting your CSS in this head section, right? While inline is showing that you are putting your CSS elements or style in this H1. So inline is that you are putting it in the place you actually want to make it fit to. So our H1, you put your style in that place, our CSS style in H1. Then for internal, you put your CSS style in the head section, right? Then what's our external? Our external is the one we're trying to do, which is going to our hotels.css. Come here to make effects to our HTML file or HTML document. Okay, now we'll do some practicals, right? Let's do some practicals. So external linking means using link elements to link an external CSS file. Okay, and the most common way to add CSS is to keep the styles in external CSS file. That's most common. Now let's practicalize inline. All right. So this is our inline. Let's make changes to H1. So for the inline, we're actually adding our attribute, our CSS attribute, CSS style to the particular elements, right? So our H1, let's put style. So style is the style. We put style. Then are you seeing this equal to and quotation? You click on it. So now what do you want to style? You want to style color, right? So for example, let's change the color. So let's style color. So you put color, COR, American pronunciation or spelling rather, COLOR. All right, put your colon. All right. So which color do we want? Let's say blue. Okay. So put your semicolon. All right. So haven't done that. Okay. So I think let's just start again. Let's just start again so that let's start again. So what you do is, since we are dealing with H1, type H1, right? So we're adding style. Click type style, this style, then equal to and that's quotation. Then inside the quotation mark, type color, American American spelling, which ends with OR, then colon. Then which color do we want? Let's put blue. Blue. Alright. So after that, put your semicolon. This. Then after the quotation, that quotation, put the greater than sign. So when you put it, as you can see, it closes by itself. The H1 closes. Then in between the close of the H1, you type this. Type whatever you want to appear. So I want Eco Hotel and Suite to appear, right? So we typed our H1 first. Hope you understand. Alright, so let's save and let us play. Alright, as you can see, we've now changed the color to blue. Eco Hotel and Suites. Before now, in our HTML, it was just black color, but we've added inline styling, inline CSS styling to it, and we've changed it. Do you understand? So inline styling is that we're styling the particular element we want. So if you want your paragraph to change color or the font to increase, you can style it in that particular element. Hope that's clear. Okay, so um let's do external. Okay, let's do internal CSS. Okay, internal styling. So if you want to style it using internal method. So what does it mean? Internal CSS is used to define a style for a single HTML page. Okay, an HTML CSS is defined in the head section of an HTML page within a style element. All right. So what you do is, so here's the head section. Look at the head section here. Are you seeing the beginning of this is the opening of the head? So look at the closing of the head here. So this opening, this opening, this closing. So you put your style after the opening. So you put it here. So let's put opening style. You open your style. Okay. And you close it. So you press your enter. Alright. Okay. So what do you want to style? So let's style our paragraph. Let's style our paragraph. Okay, so let's style our paragraph in this place here. So what you do is, since P is our paragraph, right? Click on, you type P, then you put this symbol. Instead of this, you use CSS. Okay, let's check our HTML, our CSS, right? So these two brackets. Okay, so if you can't see it on your phone, you copy it. You can copy it from your CSS file. You can go to your CSS and copy it. Okay. For those using phone, if you are using the system, you can easily see it. So what you do is what? So you paste it. So this means that you are, because if you are dealing with CSS, this is what you do. This is the kind of bracket you use. Right? So open and close, right? So in between, this is what you write. So what do you want to style? Let's say you want to style the color, right? So this color, put your semicolon, your colon. Then which color do you want? Let's say red. Then put your semicolon. Alright, so save. Let's see. Okay, so as you can see now, we've now styled both the Eco Hotel and Suite. We have styled both the Eco Hotel and Suite and our paragraph, which is our hotel rooms are available throughout the day, right? So we've dealt with both inline and internal. So let's talk about the external styling. Okay, so for the external styling, we will actually style it using a CSS, an external link, that's CSS file. So internal and inline, they are both done in the HTML file, while external is done in another file, which is CSS. So let's give, okay, let's do another thing. Okay, let's say H2. Okay, so H2. So H2, type H2, heading 2. Okay. Oh no, just type H2. Alright, H2. Okay, let's H2. What do you want to put in H2? Let's say we render best services. We render the best hotel services. So you can actually replicate your own business in this. So this is just like a sample. You can put your own business, whatever you do, in your H2, in your H1, your paragraph. Okay. So this is our H2, right? We render the best hotel services. So let's save and play. So as you can see, it is actually black right now. So when we use our external linking, so we can use our external CSS to actually work on this instead of doing it using the inline and internal. So let's go to our external method. So we'll go to CSS. So we'll go to CSS to actually do this. Sorry, we'll actually link it here. We'll link it here, but when we link it here, we'll type the work in the CSS, right? Sorry to say that what I mean. So for the external, it's still the head section we'll put it. So here's the head section here. Okay, so this is the close of the head, right? So let's link. So this is the opening of the head. So in between the opening and the closing, you will link your CSS file to your HTML file using the external. So external means you are linking something outside to inside. So let us link it. And for you to link it, click on this less than, right? So to link it, you type link. Okay, type rel, then you type this equal to and the quotation. All right. So what you write is style sheet, which means CSS style sheet. Okay. So the first thing is less than link rel, then style sheet. After that, so after the last quotation, you put href. Okay. So you type this again, the equal to and quotation. So now the name you use to save your CSS file. So we saved as hotels.css. Make sure it's the same name, the same spelling, the same way. Alright. So if you started with the name with capital letters, make sure you type here capital letter. If not, it will not work. So we typed it like this, hotels.css. This was the way we saved our CSS file. So after that, you close it like this. Alright. So that is how to link your CSS to your HTML using external linking. So you can comment in the comment section below the particular type you love most. Is it the internal? Is it the inline? Is it the external? So let us save. Okay. So let me show you how I save the CSS file. So look at my CSS file, hotels.css. Hotel starts with small letter, right? Because if you don't do it that way, it may not work. So you have to be very, very careful. So let's go to our hotels.css. So, okay, let's go to our HTML first. Let us do something so that we can make effects from that side. All right. So let's okay, let's bring an element. Let's say body. This is our HTML, right? So whatever we do here, we'll go to our CSS to make the effect instead of making the effects in our HTML. So body, close your body. So what do you want your body to be? Uh, okay, so for our body, what should we put in our body? Let's start from the body again. So click this, then body, then close it, then bring it down. You can put whatever you want to be in the body, you can put it. So let's just for a start, let's just say this is the best place you can be. Place or to be. This is the best place to be, right? So you save. So let's save. Let's play it. As you can see, it's showing this is the best place this is the best place to be. So let's style it using our external styling from our CSS. Okay, so let's go to our CSS hotels.css. So from here I want to style the body. So what you do first is what do you want to style? Body, right? So you type the body, type it, then click on this. Click on this. Okay, all right, so click on it. So bring the you have opening and closing, bring the closing one down, put it in the middle and press enter. So what do you want to do to the body? So let's change the background color. Let's change the background color. Okay, let's say color. Let's say background color. Let's background. So put that color. As you can see, I put an hyphen background, then hyphen color, American spelling. Okay, put your column, then put the color you want. So let's put let's say blue. Okay, so put your semicolon, then save. Alright, go to your HTML file and play it, and let's see. As you can see, but the color is not good. Let's change the color. So let's put pink. Let's say pink. Good. At least this is better. So because your background, you are supposed to use a background that can make your work come out, right? So we've been able to style using internal, external, and inline styling. So this is just an introduction to CSS. So if you enjoyed this video, because I know I made sure I actually touched a lot of things in this video, and I made sure I took my time to explain it. So if you actually like this video, if this video actually added value to you, you can actually hit the subscribe button, like the video, and comment your reaction. If it added value to you, just can comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and on your notification bell so that whenever I upload, you can actually see more videos. So thank you very much. This is just an introduction to CSS. More videos are coming. Thank you.